Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar today to discuss onboard iconic rail journeys. We have some truly iconic rail journeys to show you and showcase to you today. So before we get started, we're just waiting on a few more people to sign up, and we've got a great turnout this afternoon. So we'll just kick off. So as we get started, just wanted to let you know that you can download. If you have pen and paper ready, first of all, also we have our phone number on the bottom of the screen, but you can download our free handouts. They're quite useful and always good to have handy if you ever need information on Railbookers and our different packages and information that we have as well. Don't forget that you can ask questions, and please feel free to ask questions as we go. At the end of the webinar, I'll be able to answer all the questions that you have for us, and please feel free to let us know anything that you might have in mind, whether it's an itinerary, whether it's any sort of question. Please feel free to jot it down, and I'll answer those as we go along. Okay, my name is Joanne Karaboikis, and I'm based here in Sydney. I really love rail travel. I'm so excited to be doing this presentation with you today, and couldn't think of a better way to travel these days than by rail. It's a fun way to travel, quite exciting, lots of places you can go to by train. So why travellers love Railbookers? So we pay in Australian dollars. The reason being our office is based here in Sydney. We have a great team in Australia where we can piece together itineraries for you, customise itineraries, and with all the different companies that are throughout the world, whether they're hotels, whether they're rail companies, cruise ferries, I should say, we piece together all these itineraries, and they are in different currencies. And what we do is we quote it in Australian dollars for you. That way you've got it all together in Australian dollars, you know exactly what you're paying. It's the best way to actually put the itineraries all together for you. Now because we have the direct contracts with all the rail companies throughout Europe, we can actually book your rail, your accommodation, sightseeing tours 24 months in advance, which is fantastic. So you can actually lock in all those great itineraries right now for next year or the year after. A lot of times you might have an itinerary in mind, you're not sure when you can actually book it. You no longer need to wait, 6 months prior to departure to book any rail. You can actually do it 24 months out, and you can do it through us as well. And if you are looking at different hotels, don't forget that we can sell 3, 4, 5-star properties as well. We can put them all together for you, make it into the package. So when you do call us, you don't need to sit on the phone. You can get through to us within 3 seconds as well. So nice and quick, you're able to talk to one of our staff. Our team are amazing. They've all travelled overseas, been on different rail journeys, been to different countries. Chances are they may have been to where you want to go to, and they're able to assist you straight away with your booking, give you some recommendations, and let you know the different ways to connect from city to city as well. So getting to different countries, for example, there might be 3 or 4 different ways you can get there, especially by train. But our team can ask you the questions, find out how long you've got to get to different countries, whether it's you want to stop along the way or whether you want the most direct route as well. We have global offices around the world. So we have an office here in Sydney, as you know. We have an office in the UK. We have 2 offices in America, one in California, the other one in Boston, Massachusetts. We also have an office in Canada, in Toronto. So if you are traveling overseas and you do need to get in touch with our team, especially if you're in Europe, you want to speak to somebody, we have an office right in the heart of London. So you can definitely call out our teams there. For bucket list experiences, now bucket list experiences are quite a popular thing to book these days. They are amazing trips to take. They are trips of a lifetime. They can be overnight stays on board a train. They can be visiting beautiful cities and locations. And we're here to help you with those bucket list itineraries. Just let us know what trains that you are wanting to book, what destinations you are wanting to go to, and the hotels, and we'll put it together for you. Now, freedom and flexibility. We can actually help you with a lot of different travel options. So with the rail, you do have so many options. You know, if you are driving by car, and if you are, you know, thinking of hiring a car, you don't have as much flexibility than you have by train. By train, you find that there's a lot of different options for you, whether you want to leave in the morning, whether you want to depart on a train during the day. We have the facility to check all the schedules for you and the different prices. So whether you are traveling in first class or, you know, in second class, let us know, because we can actually find out those prices for you. Train gets you right in the middle of the city. So, you know, a lot of times the hotels aren't that far away. And, you know, you just need to sit back and relax and really enjoy the train ride while you're getting to your next destination. You meet a lot of people along the way. The scenery is usually amazing. And it's a very relaxing way to travel. You don't really need to worry about, you know, if you've hired a car or if you're driving on the wrong side of the road and you can get fines. I've experienced a lot of those things in my time, and I could tell you that rail travel is a lot easier. And it is a scenic way to travel. So whether you are in Switzerland doing the Glacier Express, or whether you're just traveling from Berlin to Prague or to Vienna, it's a beautiful way to travel. And the train offers room to roam, so you can get up and stretch your legs, use the bathroom, grab a coffee, talk to other people. You know, it's quite a great way to actually travel. You don't have to sit in a small seat where you're, you know, restricted to move. You're not able to actually get up and walk around. There might be an observation car on board the train where you can actually go and change seats and meet other people and sit, you know, in a different part of the train as well. And we do customize itineraries. If you've ever jumped on our website, you'll see that there's just so many itineraries, and these are all customizable as well. So you can do these in the reverse, you can do them, you can amend them, you can do them any time of the day, you can even combine itineraries together. So if you see an itinerary that you really like with the UK, you want to combine it with another itinerary that travels throughout Paris and Italy, you can certainly do that as well. So what does Railbookers offer? We offer confirmed seat reservations on the trains, and we do send the tickets out to you. You'll notice that you are confirmed on your seats as well. You get sightseeing activities throughout your trip. You get different hotels that you can choose, and you can mix the hotels up as well. You're not restricted to just one hotel. You let us know what you'd like to do. So if you want to do just 4-star throughout the itinerary, but you might be celebrating an anniversary one of those days, let us know. We'll let you know. If there's a 5-star hotel, you might want to do something nice on that particular day. We do book ferries, so all ferries throughout the world. We book a lot of excursions. This beautiful gondola ride, you can see that you can actually book anywhere in the world, wherever there's different excursions. We can book those for you. We do scenic rail tickets. We do, you know, skip the line tickets, everything like that. Overnight rail journeys, absolutely. These are beautiful itineraries, bucket list itineraries, which can book out quite quickly as well, I must say. So if you are looking at doing a sleep on a train, which is, you know, can be quite an amazing experience as well, let us know, and we can certainly book these for you. So why take the train? As I was saying before, you know, you've got that freedom to roam around. You've got, you know, you can walk around, you can order some food if you like. This is on the Glacier Express where you can order food and it comes straight to you with a couple of glasses of wine. You've got beautiful windows and you've got that privacy, just the two of you sitting together. But if you are traveling with friends, absolutely, you could be dining together. You could also bring food on board on a lot of trains, you know, and you've got that flexibility. And you've got room to roam and walk around, of course, meet other people. On a bus, I would rather be on the train, to tell you the truth. On the bus, you are more, you know, constricted to being in that seat. You're not able to get up at all usually, and you know, it's not as pleasant or as fun, I suppose, as traveling by train. Rail travel is amazing. A lot of times, you know, we've got these beautiful trains that we book for you. They're always great to jump on board. The Glacier Express, absolutely one of the best trains that you can do in Switzerland. So very popular. The Tren Hotel in Spain, Eurostar in London, Via Rail in Canada we book as well, Trenitalia in Italy, and Railjet in Austria. We've got direct contracts with all these companies, and we can book them 24 months in advance. We can book standard class where you see 2 seats with another 2 seats on either side. That's usually standard class. If you see 1 seat on one side and 2 on the other, we can book those as well. So we have different contracts, and with all the with rail companies throughout the world. We are also Via Rail Vacations, and we are also Amtrak Vacations. So if your holiday is throughout the USA or it is in Canada, we can book that for you as well. We don't just do Europe, and we do wherever the train goes, we can book it for you, of course, as well. So the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express, we book the Ghan. These are all luxury trains, the Golden Eagle, the Rocky Mountaineer in Gold Leaf, Via Rail Prestige Class, and the Blue Train. Please let us know if you're after a luxury train, something like this, and we can certainly give you prices. And they are beautiful itineraries, beautiful bucket list experiences that you can actually do with us as well. So what we'll do now, we'll go into a few of the itineraries, and these are all absolutely iconic itineraries that we sell, beautiful itineraries throughout the world. The first one we're going to talk about today is the UK. This itinerary is called the Great Britain by Rail. Now the itinerary starts in London, so you've got a few nights in London before you actually depart over to York. Spending a couple of nights in London, you do get a hop on, hop off, where you can actually do a bit of sightseeing within London before you head out. While you're in London as well, we do include a Stonehenge day tour from London, and then you're on the train going up to York. York, absolutely beautiful part of the UK. It's got quite a romantic atmosphere. It's a lovely little town, very quaint, cobblestone streets, laid back feel, and you also get a York pass that you can use while you're there. Then you're up to Edinburgh, where you're there for 2 days. Edinburgh, again, absolutely beautiful, historical city throughout the world. Everybody, a lot of people know about Edinburgh. You've got Edinburgh Castle. You get a skip the line ticket here, so you can actually visit Edinburgh Castle as well. From Edinburgh, you travel up to Fort William for the day. While you're there, you're actually jumping on the Jacobite steam train, and you travel through the beautiful Scottish countryside, and then you're going back to Fort William that day. You then transfer over to Glencoe for the night, where you'll spend 1 night in Glencoe, and then you transfer down to Glasgow, and from Glasgow you're down to Chester for 3 nights, and you would spend a lot of time in Chester. It's amazing. There's quite a lot to see there. Roman walls, the amphitheatre. You've got tours that you can do of the Roman city of Chester as well. And then you're down to Bristol and Bath. Bath is quite beautiful. It's supposed to be one of the most scenic and beautiful cities within the UK as well. So quite a lovely itinerary here, 14 days. When you're booking this with us, we do include the skip the line ticket in Edinburgh Castle, also the Stonehenge tour. So there's always tours that we include. Don't forget, a lot of tours, they are quite optional as well. So if you wish to do a tour, let us know. If you don't, if you want to add more tours, we can always help you with that as well. You're putting this itinerary together. It is an example of some itineraries that we do throughout the UK, but there's always a lot more that you can actually book through us as well. This is a great photo of the Jacobite train. It is very famous from the Harry Potter movie as well, but it's been featured in other movies such as Highlander, Local Hero. It travels from Ben Nevis, then it goes over to Arisag. It passes through some beautiful, rivers throughout the UK, up that part of the United Kingdom, and then also over the Loch Nevis as well. So it's a wonderful train, very popular. You take lots of photos of the train as well, and it's certainly one train that I would definitely love to go on one day. The next itinerary will take you over to Switzerland. Switzerland is probably our biggest seller as a destination. We sell quite a lot of Switzerland. This is quite a small itinerary. As you can see, it's only 4 nights, but it does cover quite a bit of Switzerland. It incorporates the Glacier Express and the Bernina Express. The itinerary starts from Zurich. Now, if you are doing, for example, a river cruise, if you want to do a river cruise, you might be finishing up in Basel. From Basel, you catch a quick train over to Zurich and you can commence an itinerary like this. Or you might be flying into Zurich. It just depends. You need to let us know, of course, where you'd like to start an itinerary. Switzerland is a beautiful country. There's so many scenic trains you can do, so many different sightseeing tours that you can do. This particular itinerary takes you from Zurich down to Interlaken. Interlaken is a small town, and from Interlaken you can actually go up to the Jungfrau as well. You can use your Swiss pass to do the Jungfrau. Which is fantastic. Known as the highest station in Europe, up at the Jungfrau, there's a chocolate shop there. There's ice sculptures you can see. There's restaurants you can go to. There's so much to do there. It's absolutely beautiful. From Interlaken, you go over to Brig. Brig, you will transfer to the Glacier Express, and then you go up to Chor. Once you're in Chor, you're there for 2 nights. You do the Bernina Express, fantastic train down to Tirano, then back up to Chor in that same day. Here's some great photos of Interlaken. Interlaken, beautiful little town here. It's just quite a great town. It's got beautiful little wooden cottages. They're great to walk around in. And of course, it's the bottom of the Jungfrau where you can access the Jungfrau from there. And Chor, beautiful town again. Great for people connecting on the Bernina Express as well. So great little town. It's known as the oldest town over in Switzerland as well. So this is the Glacier Express, known as the slowest express train in the world. It's got those beautiful panoramic carriages there with the big windows. You can order some food while you're on board the train, something to drink. It takes about 8 hours on the train if you're coming all the way from Zermatt, but you can catch this train from other parts of Switzerland, of course, as well. So you've got first class, you've got second class, full of these beautiful panoramic windows. You've got excellence class that we actually sell as well now. And it's renowned as being, it goes over the Rhine Gorge, renowned as being the Grand Canyon of Switzerland. It goes through the Matterhorn as well, which would be absolutely photographic moment there. Absolutely beautiful. They also have glasses on board if you're having a drink, and they're called tilted glasses, so your glass doesn't spill while you're drinking. That's something that not a lot of trains have. This is the Bernina Express, another fantastic train, probably one of the more popular ones over in Switzerland. You get a reservation seat on the Bernina Express. Breathtaking views here of the panoramic red carriages here. The Bernina Express goes on the Ebola line, which has been jointly declared as a World Heritage Site in 2008. And it's a 4-hour journey across 196 bridges, 55 tunnels, and across the beautiful Bernina Pass, which is 7,391 feet above sea level. The next itinerary will go from Europe, beautiful Europe, to New Zealand now. So this itinerary is called the Classics of New Zealand. It's a 10-day itinerary. You discover the most popular sites and journeys throughout this beautiful country, and it's a great rail adventure. You've got the first 2 nights over in Auckland, where you will explore this vibrant, beautiful cosmopolitan city. It's got nightlife, great restaurants, beautiful harbour. You also get to do a half-city day tour of Auckland while you're there. So quite a lot to explore before you jump on the train and you head south on the Northern Explorer train from Auckland down to Wellington. And that is a full-day trip as well. You go through the beautiful countryside of the North Island before you get to Wellington. You pass through volcanic mountains, national parks, central plateaus, beautiful farmlands before you arrive in Wellington. Then you jump on board the ferry, you cross Cook Strait and navigate through amazing Charlotte Sound. Now, Charlotte Sound, you can actually take lots of photos because I've been told it's quite spectacular as well. And then you jump on the Coastal Pacific train straight through to Christchurch. You cross the beautiful Southern Alps on the Transalpine train after you've been in Christchurch for one night, that is. Now, traveling across on the Transalpine, they say it is like traveling between two worlds. You've got mountains, tropical rainforests, different stretches. The scene is like a tropical jungle. You're traveling through the Southern Alps here. Views are said to be amazing. It's a train that is quite an amazing train, and a lot of people do say that it's quite a highlight to do within New Zealand. Once you get to Greymouth, you then transfer down to Franz Joseph, and you've got one night in Franz Joseph, then over in Queenstown for 3 days. And you do day trips over to Milford Sound as well. So quite a great itinerary here. You've got Wellington, where you do overnight as well. It's a great little city. You go to Te Papa. You can ride on the historical cable car, visit Mount Victoria for breathtaking views of the port city. Also, if you have time, maybe visit Zealandia Eco Sanctuary. And here's a great photo of Milford Sound. Milford Sound is the Fiordland National Park, which is New Zealand's #1 destination, and it looks absolutely tranquil and spectacular. You also get to visit Franz Joseph Glacier. It's one of the steepest glaciers in New Zealand. It actually descends from its origins from the Southern Alps. It's deep, lush in native rainforest from the Westland National Park. Now, this actual glacier actually moves faster than your average glacier. So it moves around 50 centimeters per day. So that's quite interesting. This creates quite incredible features in the actual glacier itself. So you've got different ice caves, tunnels, and crevices. And they actually evolve and change, so no 2 days are ever the same. On this itinerary, you also get to visit Mount Cook, and Mount Cook is beautiful. It's got lots of walks and hikes, so you can do around Hooker Lake. From New Zealand, we come to down under to Australia. This itinerary is called the Great Ghan Adventure. It's an 8-day itinerary that you can do with us. Beautiful itinerary. You've got the first 2 nights in Darwin, and then you're on the Ghan for 4 days and 3 nights, and then down to Adelaide for the remainder of 2 nights. The Ghan is regarded as one of the world's greatest rail journeys, which travels through Australia's outback. You travel over in gold class on the Ghan, so from Darwin through Katherine, Alice Springs, Coober Pedy, and finally on to Adelaide. So you can choose quite a wide range of different off-train excursions, and these make your adventure very, very unique. So on board the Ghan, you've got luxurious amenities on board while you're sitting back enjoying the beautiful landscapes. And each day offers something new to everyone. So your tours in Adelaide, in Darwin, first of all, is a 1.5-hour safari cruise. After that, you can actually visit some national parks, Aboriginal culture, and wildlife. Also, then arriving into Katherine, there's optional excursions over in Katherine. You've got Katherine Gorge, you've got the Nitmiluk National Park, which you can visit. In Alice Springs, you've got a beautiful sit-down dinner under the stars, and which is fantastic. You can also do a flight around Ayers Rock as well. And that's an optional day trip that you can do through us. Following that, you're in Coober Pedy, quite an amazing town to visit there as well, and it is the opal capital of Australia. Once you get into Adelaide, you could do quite a lot there as well. Adelaide is very famous for it as a wine district, wine capital of Australia as well. Now the Ghan we offer in our packages is called Gold Service, and this is a gold twin cabin that you can see. It's got comfortable sleeper cabin here. It's got a private ensuite, upper and lower berths, and they actually convert to a 3-seater lounge by day. And they have a toilet and shower. They've got power outlets, you've got in-cabin music, and also commentary is available while you're in the cabin, which is good. And on board the train, there is an outback lounge, which is actually the heart of the train. So you can actually meet other people there. You can have a nice drink, sit back, relax, and yeah, it's a beautiful place on the train to check out. There's also a restaurant, which is called the Queen Adelaide Restaurant, and they serve freshly cooked and seasonal food each day. For example, wild barramundi and grilled kangaroo fillet. And you also get inclusive Australian wines, beers as well. And the luggage allowance is 60 kilograms per person. Now, don't forget that you can upgrade. So if you ever want to upgrade to a premium on this, let us know on the Ghan, and we can look after you as well with that inquiry. Coober Pedy, amazing here. I would personally love to visit Coober Pedy if I ever had the chance. It's actually an underground residencies and churches and shopping centres. They're all underground, which is pretty amazing. And the tour of Adelaide that we offer you as well is pretty lovely. And Adelaide is known for its exceptional food, great coastline, vibrant music and art scene. And you can take a trip out to the Barossa Valley and the McLaren Vale vineyards as well. This is a great itinerary, and you know, today we are featuring iconic train journeys. So with that, we featured, you know, a little bit of Europe, Australia, New Zealand. These are all great train trips, and this one is probably the creme of the creme on this one. It's called the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express from Paris to Rome. Now, it's the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express actually travels from Paris to Venice, and then we have a little extension that gets you from Venice to Rome. So you've got the overnight accommodation on the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express in a double cabin. You get to do a couple of day trips in Venice, gondola ride, and then also in Rome you get to go to the Vatican museums and the Sistine Chapel. Here are some great photos of the Orient Express. So once you've done that, your first 2 nights over in Paris, which is quite beautiful as well, you then you board the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express, which is an absolute highlight. It's one of the most famous trains and finest trains in the world. You board this gleaming blue and gold carriage train, which has been beautifully restored. Your steward will show you to your compartment, and after you have settled into your comfortable quarters, it will soon be time to dress for dinner. Visit the famous bar cart for maybe an Agatha Christie Bellini cocktail before you then move on to the magnificent restaurant cars. And there you're served a delicious 4-course meal. After dinner, you might want to return back to the bar cart where there's a baby grand piano and you will be serenaded throughout the evening. You can retire at your leisure there to your compartment for the night, which by now will be transferred into a cozy bedroom by your steward. Sounds amazing. So here we've got some the day trips that you do throughout Rome and Venice. You've got the Vatican Museum, the Sistine Chapel, and the walking tour and the gondola ride that you do in Venice. We like to throw in just a few little testimonials. We love to hear from our clients and to find out, you know, how their journey went, you know, the highlights of their journey, and it's always good to know. But also from these photos, you can see that we do book the world. Any rail trip, where the train goes, we can book it for you. Also, if you are a couple, we can book you a romantic getaway. If you're an elderly couple, you might want a specific itinerary to suit your needs as well. Perfect. And if you're a family, you might want to do something a little bit more family orientated, maybe a multi-generational family as well, with mum and dad, grandparents, kids. We do book this quite a lot as well. So there's really not much we can't do for you. And here we have our USA team as well. We're very proud to have won the 2019 winner of the Rail Operator of the Year. And we work with so many partners who do endorse us and support us in rail travel, which we're very proud of as well. So please let me know which destination you are currently looking at. Are you looking at traveling somewhere within Europe, maybe the Canadian Rockies, maybe Australia or Canada? Let us know. So with our 3 brands, we've got railbookers.com.au, we've got Amtrak Vacations, and we've also got Via Rail Vacations. So with those 3 brands, we actually do book the world. Wherever you need to go, please let us know. I've seen quite a few questions coming through right now, which has been fantastic. Thank you so much. We're just about to come to our questions now. Please let me know if there's something specific you'd like to know, or you just have a question as well on an itinerary, a suggested itinerary. Thank you so much. One of the questions I have got here is if we book Norway. Yes, we do. We do Scandinavia. And I'm so happy to have that picture there on the left-hand side to let you know that we do book Scandinavia and Norway. Very popular destinations. You know, especially if you are doing a cruise, you might want to do a cruise throughout Norway and then maybe jump on the Flam Railway as well. So, you know, we absolutely do pre and post cruising all the time, you know, for people who want to join up different itineraries together. And this then becomes an absolute bucket list itinerary. With all the disruptions that we have had to travel because of with COVID-19, I just wanted to let you know that we are allowing changes to your itinerary. So if you have booked an itinerary with us, if you have an existing itinerary or a new itinerary, you are able to make changes as well without incurring any change or cancellation fee. It's really good to be able to lock in an itinerary if you wish to do that right now. If you have something in mind and you want to know prices, you might want to, you know, put a deposit on a reservation, and that way it locks it in. But please feel free to let us know, and we also look after you, especially, you know, if you do need to make any changes down the track as well. We have up and coming webinars now, and we have them each week, and here are the dates for the next webinars. Following today's webinar, we have them starting, you know, on a Tuesday each week as well. But here are the dates if you'd like to actually put them in your calendar, and we'd love to see you join us again one day. If you're not ready to travel just now or make a booking just now, please join us again, because we always do look at different itineraries each week. Great, so now we're at question time. We've got quite a few questions that we've had popping up on our screen, and I'll just answer these for you now. Okay, another question we have is if we have other itineraries within Australia. Yes, we do. We actually even sell the Indian Pacific, and we have quite a few itineraries within Australia. Also to let you know that we have quite a few itineraries within New Zealand. So whether you've got a short time to spare in New Zealand, or you could do itineraries up to 17 days. So quite a lot that we can do for you as well. Another question here about locking in itineraries. Now the deposit is paid. Once you pay your deposit, it's $250, and that locks in your itinerary. So there's no risk of price fluctuation. There's no risk of, you know, prices going up, getting closer to the date. But it also allows you to lock in that quote and that booking that you really want to do. So the beauty with that is that you are paying for what you want. You're not paying for something that you don't need. So if you predominantly want 4-star properties or hotels throughout your itinerary, that's what we can organise for you. If you want hotels that are, you know, close to the train station or close to the city centre, we can lock that in for you. And that package, once you've paid the $250 deposit, it's all guaranteed and locked in for you. So just looking at some more questions now, which are fantastic. Do we charge to make customised itineraries? No, we don't. We customise itineraries all the time. The itineraries that you might see on our website are there to give you a bit of an idea of what we do, but if you've got a specific itinerary that you have in mind, the destination, we can absolutely put it together for you and customize it for you. There's some great itineraries, questions. Some itinerary questions that I can see here are very specific to various parts of the world, which what we'll do is we'll send you a recording of this webinar as well, by the way, but we do actually call you, we'll try and give you a call and maybe answer some of the questions that you have as well. So our team are fantastic. They've done a lot of rail journeys themselves, and the consultants can actually answer quite a lot of questions at the time for you as well. Don't forget that you can book us anytime from 2 days prior to departure up to 2 years. So that gives you a lot of time to look at different itineraries, to give us a call, lock in those great itineraries well and truly in advance. So you know that you've actually got the trip of a lifetime booked. So we're ready when you're ready. When you're ready to book, we're ready, I should say. Please feel free to give us a call. And this is our team overseas and in Australia, in the UK, all around the world. I'm amongst these people as well. And yeah, we're here to help you and to organise your itinerary. Please feel free to give us a call. Don't forget, you'll get through to us in 3 seconds. We have this 1300 number that you can ring, and it's we look forward to speaking to you. It's our pleasure to assist you with your inquiry. Thank you so much for your time today and for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again one day. Bye for now.